the space between the old life and the new. You're not who you were. So much has changed, but you're still in a stage of becoming, and you're not quite who you're going to be. Kind of like you're in a cocoon. So the question we're all wondering is, how do we survive this phase? If you feel empty, lost, confused, tired, drained, you're not doing it wrong. Your nervous system is integrating a lot. It's taking in more truth than it's ever been able to metabolize. It's releasing old identities, old belief systems from your body, not just your mind. And it is literally rewiring into something new, something bigger, something more awake and conscious to become the next iteration of being. And this is when our consciousness rises. This was when we become more who we actually are at our core and kind of shed all these layers of conditioning of who we've been taught by the world we're supposed to be that aren't honest. But of course, those layers we believe. Like the world teaches us that's who we are and we believe them. So it's not just conceptual, of course, it is literally in our bodies. Our bodies have to unlearn these things. The only way out of this phase, out of this process is through. And there are certain things you can do to help potentially speed up the process, or at least deepen the process, make it more worthwhile and thorough. Might as well, right? I would not recommend over-identifying with anything. I think it's a really good phase to, if you want to learn about certain things and read books that are insightful and inspiring, of course that's always encouraged, but this is a phase where you want to get into your body and feel more than you want to think. Try not to get caught up in the mind space. Try not to get caught up in labeling, over-identifying, any of that, because remember, we're shedding all that stuff. This is an era of freedom, tasting real freedom on a somatic level. And I know that is the very thing that can be so disorienting about this phase, but it's also really liberating, and it's also what can kind of align you with what actually feels true in your body. And that likely isn't going to happen immediately, but you'll know probably first. At least I knew first what didn't resonate before I knew what resonated. It's kind of like narrowing things down. What is it called? Process of elimination. But to do that, you have to be kind of naked for a bit. You have to be willing to get naked, to like live in that vastness, in that nothingness, and not try to fill it with ideas or concepts or labels, because that's where we pull ourselves back in the other direction. Even if we tell ourselves we're being different, it's still an ego identity, ego-driven identity. Soul level identity exists on a very different plane. It is so different, and it is in the body. It's not in the mind. It's not conceptual. It's just a knowing, and it's a knowing and a being that is part of something bigger.